Since I've been with CINC independently, saying over the 18 months or so, 9 closings this year alone with them. Now, again, it takes a little bit of time, like all lead generation sources do, but it's been wonderful. I've developed some really good client relationships, and in fact, some of my closings from CINC have also resulted in referrals from those particular clients as well. I've connected with well over 100 people who I've been nurturing, who may not be buying today or tomorrow. It might be 6 months, it might be a year out, but the point is I'm making connections with these leads. They are viable, they are looking to buy or sell at some point down the road. My name is Anthony Bodie. I'm with Realty One in Tucson, Arizona. I've been a full-time licensed realtor for right around 7 years now. I started my career in real estate with a mega team. I was on that for about 4 years. Went to a smaller brokerage for about a year and a half before joining Realty One, which actually really was my first foray into going as a full independent agent for the first time in my career, which has been extremely exciting. So on average, I do about 20 to 25 deals per year, kind of mixed between internet generated leads, sphere of influence, and then within the last couple of years, more past clients and referrals from past clients too. When I was on my mega team, they were very heavy spenders, the likes of Realtor.com and Zillow and some of these other, larger entities that provided lead share. And they were fine, but I just didn't feel I was getting the quantity or even the quality of the leads that I otherwise really wanted and otherwise kind of needed to kind of build those relationships with clients and, foster a real strong book of business. So I actually started using CINC in my previous brokerage. So after I came off of the mega team and went to kind of a smaller boutique brokerage from there, that broker was using CINC. He was using the CRM. He was using the Google ad spend and all of those. And it was terrific. I really enjoyed my time with the program, with the leads, things like that. And when I transitioned into being a solo agent, I really wanted that to be a key pillar of my business generation. Since I've been with CINC independently, saying over the 18 months or so, 9 closings this year alone with them. Now, again, it takes a little bit of time, like all lead generation sources do, but it's been wonderful. I've developed some really good client relationships, and in fact, some of my closings from CINC have also resulted in referrals from those particular clients as well. I've connected with well over 100 people who I've been nurturing, who may not be buying today or tomorrow. It might be 6 months, it might be a year out, but the point is I'm making connections with these leads. They are viable, they are looking to buy or sell at some point down the road. I've got everybody set up on a task. I've got everybody set up on some kind of drip. And again, just to make sure that everybody's staying front of mind and that they're always getting something from me, that they're always kind of seeing the information that I'm providing. But, it doesn't always yield a connection, right? It doesn't necessarily always ensure that you're going to, get a hold of that person. So CINC's AI actually is very, very intuitive. It's very, very good. I've watched it work before where, it's either in the middle of while I'm trying to connect and have absolutely no luck, all of a sudden the lead is talking to AI like a real person. And then I gain more information. I can follow up with all that great info that AI has already obtained from that lead. And again, it's like just the continuation of a conversation. Or if it's a lead that has been in my system for 100 plus days who might be getting email drips from properties who I just have not had any luck connecting with, AI will find a trigger and engage and bring it back to life. And I've had that happen too. So it's a very, very invaluable tool, and it's definitely helped me connect with a lot of folks through CINC. What I like to do is sort folks by how active they are on the website, right? So if they're looking at a lot of properties, if they're favoriting certain properties and things like that, if AI has engaged with them more often than others, that tells me that, hey, look, maybe they're not ready today, but they're very active on my website, which tells me, there's something going on. I need to connect with them and at least hear their story, right? See where they're at in the process, and just be a resource to them. And you guys have done a wonderful job getting that set up, so my inbound traffic, the inbound clients, are really only focusing in the areas that I want to work, and also the areas that I have the most expertise. One of those areas is an area I actually live in and have lived in for the better part of 20 years. So when I connect with these folks, I automatically gain that credibility as a local expert in the area they're looking to buy, because I've lived here for nearly 2 decades. So it creates that rapport, it creates that connection, and it allows me to provide value to them. You just keep following up with your leads, keep working with them, keep working to connect with them. More often than not, you're not going to connect with somebody on that first phone call. It's really, really important that you reach out as soon as you possibly can. But more often than not, it's going to take 10, 15, maybe even 20 attempts to actually make that initial connection. So don't give up. Most important thing with that is get some kind of system and get some kind of campaign set up, so you have a routine to follow with each and every lead, and you're not being bogged down every single day with trying to figure out who to call, who to follow up with, how do you do this, how do you do that. Get a system set up, get a campaign set up right away, a call, text, email campaign. Let the CINC AI do its thing. Get them set up on a home search so they can actually see properties with your face and your branding on it. And at some point, if they are serious about buying, they'll raise their hands and they'll say, hey, Anthony, thank you so much. I've been getting your properties. I'm going to be looking to buy in the next 3 to 4 months. Actually, I had a client like that right now who I'm working with. We just actually got them pre-qualified. I connected with this gentleman very, very briefly about 8 months ago by text. He said he wasn't ready and he'll reach out when he's ready to do so. Okay. Maybe not, right? So I got him set up on a home search. I, would check in periodically with a text every couple of months, and just trying to stay front of mind, not being too pushy, but just raising my hand, letting him know that I'm here. And within the last couple of weeks, he reached out and said, yeah, my wife and I are looking to buy. Our lease is expiring at the end of August. We need to be in a new home before then. So we got them pre-qualified. We're looking at homes this weekend. We've already looked at a few already. Just a super sweet couple. But that's because I was staying front of mind, sending them homes, and just making sure that I stayed connected with them. That's in large part why I'm, doubling down on buyer leads. It's just who is out there right now. And yes, interest rates are high, but there is a way to combat that if you know what the different avenues are for that. Also, interest rates aren't going to stay high forever, right? At the end of the day, a buyer still needs representation. They need, what's most important is they need their own representation, right? So creating that value, having the buyer see what you can provide is so key. I mean, listings are important too, sellers are important as well. But again, going back to a lot of who I work with, which is out-of-state buyers who may not know the area, who might only be here for a week or 2 or 3 at a time to look at a house and our different homes. I need a trusted guide, need somebody to tour them around. A listing agent's not going to do that. They're going to show them that particular home and try and sell them that home and that home only. It's just really, really important that buyers have somebody they can trust to not only show them one house, but every house, and provide them with an objective opinion on the direction they should be going. Over the past couple of months, I've actually bolstered up my accreditations. I'm now an accredited buyer's agent, a listing agent, a luxury home specialist, a certified negotiation expert too. So it's just important that you show your value to your clients. It always is, but more so now. If there has to be a contractual commitment from them to you, there has to be that trust built up. And you have to show them that you're worth it. You have to show them that, hey, look, why should I hire you as my realtor? My website's the TucsonPropertySearch.com. Check out all of the properties we've got, both with my brokerage and across the MLS for Greater Tucson. My areas of focus, Catalina Foothills, Oro Valley, those areas more so than others, but I do serve Greater Tucson as well. You can find me on Facebook. Again, it's just my name. It's Anthony Bodie. Same with my business page. Instagram, you can find me at Anthony Bodie Tucson. And I've also got a Google business page, Anthony Bodie, Catalina Foothills Realtor, where you can see all of my fantastic 40 plus 5-star client reviews.